PJ, do you have the stream up yet or no? It's
hmm
not up.
It's on.
What the
All
hell?
right, and we are here for Game 3 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. The Celtics lost both games at home in surprising fashion as Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons have really led the 76ers to this lead. We'll see if they can end it tonight. Big game. We're looking at how did the 76ers take that 2-0 lead in those first two games, and do we think that's going to continue in Game 3?
Well, it will be very tough for the Boston Celtics to be able to figure out how to stop Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons with how well they've played this series so far, as they have carried the load to the 76ers and proven that they are real superstars and hard to deal with. Celtics-wise, they're going to need Kemba Walker to score the ball. Jason Tatum has to get going. They're really going to need an all-out effort from everybody in that starting lineup and off the bench to beat Philly here in Philadelphia in Game 3 as Philly looks for the sweep.
And you're right on point with that. We need an all-around performance out of the Celtics as they've been known to do that most of the season, but just hasn't been this series. All right, it seems we're going to get started here. Daniel Tice and Joel Embiid line up at half court. And this Philly fan is ready to go. And there's a good start out of
Oh,
Jaylen Brown. Nice shot.
and you'll see a lot of pick and rolls here with Ben Simmons as he drives and gets fouled there by Daniel Tice, and Simmons will go to the line shooting two here. You'll see a lot of pick and rolls between Simmons and whether it's Embiid or a smaller player, and off of those pick and rolls, Simmons very quick with the ball is able to get to the lane very quickly.
And Simmons knocks down both free throws.
Oh, and a
Oh,
foul there goes on Joel Embiid as Jaylen Brown was going up for the shot there and got hacked.
and that's a smart start out of the Celtics attacking Joel Embiid. He's been the killer in this series so far, as well as Ben Simmons. Here comes another pick and roll. Actually, this time using Tobias Harris, but good defense out. Tyson blocks Joel Embiid.
And the
Wow.
Bucks.
And Kemba's struggles continue as he misses a wide open layup, and Tobias Harris finishes on the fast break.
Kemba Walker. Oh, it's blocked right there by Simmons.
And Ben Simmons has played on Kemba Walker all series. Ben Simmons on a spin move off the screen. He's going to have to take the shot. He makes it.
Oh. Nice score there by Ben Simmons. Got in the paint there and able to score before the shot clock expired.
Oh, and here comes Tatum down the lane. He takes a mid-range and hits it. Looks like he could have just taken it down the lane, but he decides to pull up. Ben Simmons passes out to
Oh,
Tobias Harris. Cannot. Oh, he's got to get the screen. We'll see if he has to take a three. He does. Can't hit.
no good. Here come the Celtics running again. This time it's Gordon Hayward who drive. And can't finish the layup. He had a very easy layup attempt there. Falls to the ground and hits out the back iron. Is now Simmons will drive the other way and score on Tatum.
Big game. If you're Kemba Walker, how do you deal with
Oh,
Ben
oh,
Simmons
and
guarding
another
you as
block
he
by Ben
gets blocked once
Simmons.
again? Oh, and he gets a
Well, if I'm
steal.
Kemba Walker, I'm asking for some help, or I'm staying way off of Ben Simmons and allowing him to try and shoot. And a turnover right there by Joel Embiid as he could not find Ben Simmons trying to start the fast break, and he throws it out of bounds, and it'll be Boston ball. A poor turnover there by Joel Embiid.
And then also with Kemba Walker, how do you think Kemba Walker's going to deal with him being guarded by Ben Simmons on offense?
Well, you've seen Kemba Walker hit a couple threes here in the series, coming off of screens, but other than that, Ben Simmons has really kept Kemba Walker in check as their Tatum misses a deep two off of the inbounds play. And here comes Simmons the other way, and Simmons will finish again as he got by Kemba Walker there.
And here's off the screen three. He can't hit.
A clean look, though, that time for Kemba Walker with a step-back three after a nice screen there. Got him away from Ben Simmons. Tobias Harris can't hit the open three. Celtics running. Jaylen Brown now. He tries to score over Tobias Harris, and that's no good. Embiid with the rebound. And a
And the
drive by
foul.
Antoine. Simmons got in front of Kemba Walker there and able to slow down and get a bump from behind and finishes with an easy layup and now a chance at a three-point play. And if you're Boston here, you got to feel like you're down 20 early as the shots have not been falling. And they've been playing some poor offense and have allowed Ben Simmons to really get going here in this first quarter.
And you saw that stat on your screen. Boston shooting 20% in the paint with only 2 points.
You see most of the bench now for the Celtics other than Jaylen Brown. As with the 76ers, it's about always Brown hits the deep two right there. As it looks like the Sixers have brought in everybody off the bench other than Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid with Korkmaz in, Thibault, and I believe Mike Scott. And here comes Thibault. And he can't finish on a deep two. A mid-range jumper pull up there by Thibault is no good.
Oh, Grant Williams
Grant
gets swatted.
blocked by Embiid. And Embiid and Simmons have been a force down low blocking shots here in this first quarter. Simmons off a mid-range jumper is no good. A fadeaway there. A difficult shot for Simmons. Looks like they have a mismatch down low with Enes Kanter. Korkmaz on him. Enes Kanter is able to finish. A nice move there by Enes Kanter, the journeyman here in the NBA. And Simmons is blocked by Grant Williams that time. Here comes Marcus Smart with Thibault on him up ahead. And that's blocked by Thibault.
Wow, and the 76ers are bringing out game 1 type block numbers here.
As Korkmaz misses on the jumper.
I think the Celtics.
Again.
The Celtics have had that same drive at least 3 or 4 times on fast break, and instead of taking a pull-up wide open three or mid-range, they've gone right at the defense. It just hasn't worked until they finally pass that one off. And it's at the buzzer. It's good.
Korkmaz hits a three at the buzzer, puts Philly up 3 here at the end of the first quarter in game 3 at home. A big shot there for Philly after allowing Boston to tie this game.
We're back in Philadelphia as the 76ers lead the Celtics here after that Korkmaz 3 at the buzzer as the score is 16-13.
Joel Embiid's still in this game here, and he gets it down low on Enes Kanter. He should have the mismatch. Oh, and he drives right by Enes Kanter. Fooled Kanter badly on that one, and able to get an easy 2 there.
And that'll be a foul by Alec Burks as he hacks at Enes Kanter at the top of the key. Seems like there'll be a pick and roll between Burks and Joel Embiid. Off the spin move. Oh, and Alec Burks with the
Oh, and a nice
finish.
finish there.
Tough shot by Hayward as he cannot make the contested mid-range in the paint. Alec Burks is attacking Kanter, gets blocked, but gets the rebound.
3 seconds left on the shot clock here, and looks like it's off of Marcus Smart with 2.3 seconds left on the shot clock here for Philly.
Glenn Robinson hits the shot.
And a nice inbounds play there with 2.3 seconds left on that shot clock by Philly.
Oh, and Robert Williams misses the shot. Gordon Hayward puts it up. Can't finish. Burks attacks Hayward, but passes it back out to Harris.
Harris drives in, touch pockets, it down to
Oh,
Glenn
it's
Robinson,
blocked by
who's blocked.
Williams. Hayward for three.
Gordon Hayward for an open 3.
He hits it.
And he
Wow.
sinks it. Boston not going away here in this first half against Philly. Have been down most of this first half, but have stayed within striking distance here.
And good defense by Hayward.
And Tatum loses it there. Looks like Al Horford able to poke it away.
Tobias Harris pull up 3. It's good.
Oh.
76ers now up 7. Seems we've seen in the second quarter the ball's going away from Kemba Walker, and it's been doing decently for the Celtics as they hit another jumper. Ooh, Williams almost blocks that, but good defense gives him the rebound. Tatum down the lane.
Tatum drives.
No, he
and
could
he's
not
fouled
finish.
by Tobias Harris, and Tatum will go to the line looking to cut into this lead a little bit more here.
And Tatum hits the first free throw. He hits both free throws as the Celtics are now down 2. Big game. We've seen a trend so far. The way teams down 2-0 yesterday both won their games. Do you see the Celtics doing it here tonight?
Well, we will see. I before this game started, I did not believe in them unless they really came out and shot the ball well, and they started the game shooting pretty poorly, but Philadelphia has not been able to pull away or continue to.
Oh, and it's
And a
blocked.
huge block by Thibault there on Tatum, as Tatum has struggled here in Game 3.
Wide
Oh,
open.
open
Josh
three, Mike
Richardson
Scott.
can't hit.
Oh, Richardson, yeah, Scott. Scott is not even out there.
Oh, but Jaylen Brown's wide
And
open.
a
He
drive
throws
by.
it
And Jaylen
down.
Brown finishes. 1 point lead now. So I would say there is hope for the Boston Celtics here in Game 3. And a tough mid-range there by Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris has taken a few more bad shots here in this game, which continue to add to his series struggle shooting as he's 2 for 7 here today. Kemba Walker on a pull-up 2. He got it, and the Celtics have retaken the lead here in the second quarter.
And we remember that Tobias Harris had an awful game 1 in this series, but Josh Richardson and Tobias Harris really helped the 76ers feel no threat out of the Celtics in game 2 as they both scored over 10 points in that one.
Tobias Harris goes to the line here after he gets fouled on a shooting attempt.
We'll see if he could give him the lead. He does. Oh, and Wanamaker almost
And Boston
passes
almost
it
turns it
away.
over. Instead, they'll get a Tatum mid-range jumper, no good.
If you're Tatum there, you just
And
got to
about
drive at the rookie Thibault. Despite his defensive presence, you know you can beat him.
about a 10-second
And a
differential between the
steal.
game and shot clock. And Kemba Walker with a nice pickpocket there on Ben Simmons in Boston.
Brown misses the dunk.
Oh.
And Williams misses the offensive
Grant
rebound
Williams
finish.
defensive rebound.
He goes back up and
this
gets
time he's
fouled.
fouled. Tobias Harris picks up a foul with 13.5 left here in the second quarter.
Wow,
Brown
that might have
for
been
a
a little.
posterizer or a dunk. Missed it, and Grant Williams able to get back-to-back offensive rebounds and get fouled and put Boston back up 28-27 here. Let's see if Philly can have another buzzer beater here to end this second quarter, as they did
Brown
with the first
got
quarter.
rim stuffed on that one. Tough dunk for him. They're going to attack with Joel Embiid. He's got to take the shot. Can't finish. And the Celtics lead this game going into halftime 28-27 as their second quarter run gives them the lead. All right, and we're going to head to our halftime stats. Big game after a poor start out of the Celtics field goal percentage. Seems that they made a good comeback in the second quarters. They're now up to 37% compared to the 76ers' 38%. The rebound game's even, assists only one difference. And look at the blocks. 11 blocks between these two teams at halftime. 6 from the 76ers, 5 of those Celtics. What do you think about that?
Well, obviously, both teams defensively have been guarding the paint very well with a combined 11 blocks. And obviously, you saw early in the first quarter or first half, they showed the Celtics shooting way below the 76ers percentage. And obviously, they were able to come back and grab the lead here at half by 1 and have closed in that shooting percentage differential. Obviously, you saw a very close first half in most categories there. And hopefully, we'll see that here in this third quarter.
Seems we're going to get started in the third quarter as we're back in Philadelphia as Boston leads 28-27.
Brand new.
You know, it's been a good sign for the Celtics as Jaylen Brown,
Mango tangerine.
someone who hasn't really showed up game 1 and game 2, is finally showing up. Oh, and Al Horford with a fadeaway can finish.
If you're Boston, you got to continue to get stops and scores as there's a dunk by Tatum.
You surprised by the fast pace of the Celtics in game 3, big game?
No, because I feel like they've tried to play this way most of the series, but the 76ers defense has kept them down and forced them to take bad shots or hold on to the ball too long. And now you're kind of seeing the complete opposite here. This game 3 is Embiid can't finish on a turnaround jumper. Here in the second quarter and early in the third quarter, it's kind of switched around here. Boston's been getting a lot better shots, and they forced the 76ers to take some tough shots.
And what's even worse for the 76ers, Joel Embiid has been absent this game. Just seems that there hasn't been any presence down low. Oh, and Tice with the rebound. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tatum's got to take a three.
A fadeaway.
Ooh, does not
That's a
hit the
24-second
rim.
violation.
Big game if you're the 76ers. How are you going to get Joel Embiid more involved in the offense?
Well, obviously, I wouldn't even say more involved. Obviously, Joel Embiid has been here. He's just missed his open looks or taking some tough shots. There's another block, that time by Tice, down low on Richardson.
Tough hook, and he misses,
and Embiid
as you
misses
said.
another hook over Tice. And again, yeah, there it is again. Embiid has gotten the ball with the Sixers offense. He's just not been able to finish.
Oh, and it's blocked by
another
Josh
block.
Richardson.
Another block here. And Simmons able to drive by Kemba and finish with a 2.
Seems like Kemba's really trying to get the matchups to switch there as Simmons just stays on him through all the screens. And Hayward continues to stay hot after his first 3 misses in the game. He's hit the next 3. Here comes a screen. Pick and roll for Simmons. Oh, and Simmons
and Tatum.
takes the
And he
mid-range.
pulls up. Can't finish there. Looked like he had open lane, but decided to stay out of the paint there.
And another block.
Richardson looks like he got that one again on Jaylen Brown. And Simmons puts up a tough one. Tice with the rebound again.
Seems like a lot of shots are being rushed here on the fast break off of rebounds. Tatum, wide open 3. He does take it. It's good, and this game extends to a 6-point lead for the Celtics. '76ers trying to get their offense going as it's just been lackluster in the second half. Tobias Harris takes a tough mid-range, and that's not going to cut it for the 76ers. Kemba Walker, pull-up 3. No good. Wow, miss after miss between these teams.
Both teams really struggling to get going here in this third quarter. Oh, and another tough layup there by Kemba Walker. Can't finish over Simmons. Both teams are taking very difficult shots other than a couple open 3s by Tatum and a deep 2 by Gordon Hayward. There's not been much offense here in this third quarter. As there you saw, I believe Embiid got down low and had an easy 2-handed slam, and the Celtics called timeout here.
You saw those percentages for both teams. Celtics in the mid-30s, while the 76ers struggling in the low 30s. Truly a defensive game. You got to give it up to both teams on the blocks and steals numbers. Big game, when you see a defensive game like this, how do you answer as an offense for both of the teams here?
Well, if you're Boston, you just got to hold on. Another tough shot, that time by Wanamaker. You have the lead. You just got to continue to do what you're doing defensively, and you'll be in okay shape. Is there a bad pass from, I believe, Alec Burks sails out of bounds, but it looks like he got tipped by Wanamaker there. And if you're Philly, you got to say Joel Embiid has had some open looks. We've rushed a couple of shots. We've had a couple bad possessions. Defensively, we've had how many blocks this quarter? We've played well defensively. You just got to finish the open looks that you've been given here.
And Burks is going to be forced. Oh, bad foul by Wanamaker. And that's going to bring the shot clock up to 14 after Burks would have had to take a tough 3 there. Oh, and he's going to get the shot anyway. Wide open 3. He knocks it down. 1-point game.
And those are the type of shots the 76ers are going to need to hit here if they're going to try and win this game.
We'll see how the Celtics offense answers. Oh, fadeaway. No good.
Korkmaz to
though,
pull up deep too, and
wow,
he
they
got
have
it.
the
Gives the
lead.
76ers the lead. The 76ers, after struggling most of this third quarter shooting the ball, have been able to come back on Boston here and take a 1-point lead with 25 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Here comes the pick and roll. Smart gets blocked.
Oh. Either got blocked or it looked like he might have lost it. Went right into Embiid's hands, and now the Sixers are running.
Oh, and now there's a
Oh,
steal.
and it looks like, and
but it will
Mike
be the
Scott.
76ers ball.
Looks like Mike Scott gets stripped down low, and it goes off of Ben Wanamaker now with 8.5 seconds left here in this third quarter. Philly retains the ball. Let's see if they hold for one shot here.
You're going to bring it to the top of the key for a pick and roll for Burks. Tough mid-range, no good. But they still have the lead as it's 36-35 76ers. This fourth quarter will determine if the 76ers will go for the sweep. And here's our assist of the game. Joel Embiid throws a nice bounce pass over Korkmaz for that buzzer beater three to give the 76ers a 16-13 lead at the end of the first quarter. We are back at Philadelphia's. The 76ers lead this game 36-35. It's been a defensive showdown between these two teams. Big game. Who do you think is going to show up for the Celtics in the fourth quarter to try and give them one last run to extend this series?
Well, so far in this game, you've seen Jaylen Brown and Gordon Hayward both really contributors. Marcus Smart pops an open three, and he can't hit. So I'd like to see more screens set for Gordon Hayward, and hopefully Gordon Hayward can continue to knock down as he's had the hot hand. Otherwise, I'd look at Jason Tatum taking a bulk of the shots under 4 minutes here in this fourth quarter.
Tatum's had the chance for good shots in the paint, but he's just elected to shoot more mid-ranges. Oh, and Glenn Robinson, tough mid-range in front of Cantor. He can't hit. Tatum to the paint to Cantor, and he hits it.
And a great pass there from Jason Tatum, finding the open Cantor down low, who's able to finish with his left hand.
Joel Embiid's being doubled in the post, wide open to Shake Milton. No good.
Cantor with another board. And here comes the Celtics running. Oh,
what a steal by Shake Milton. An alley-oop.
Oh, and a lob. Oh, Cantor able to get a piece of it. Boston now with the ball on the run. Some poor possessions here to start this fourth quarter by both teams.
Seems like the 76ers are resting Ben Simmons, though, for the end of this game. And Tatum misses a tough shot in the paint. Joel Embiid looking to get open in the post, but they go to the other side. And Korkmaz hits another three. He's been the key off the 76ers bench, as that's his second three in this one.
And Philadelphia here, after struggling to start this fourth quarter, as did Boston, have been able to sneak a couple shots in here now, and have been able to survive and weather the storm with Ben Simmons on the bench. As Simmons back in now, and they have a 2-point lead.
Tatum almost takes a step back, but decides not to. Seems like the whole starting lineup for the Celtics and the 76ers are in here for this finish.
As Brown missed a three there, now the Sixers are running.
Oh, and a tough call.
Fouled.
Daniel Tice thought that one was a clean block. Josh Richardson knocks down both free throws, giving them a 4-point lead. Jaylen Brown trying to get open on the mid-range. He requests the pick and roll with Daniel Tice, though.
Yeah, let's see. Opal shooting guard.
Oh, it's just a
Kemba
three
Walker
by
misses a
Kemba, no
wide
good.
open three. Wow.
Oh, they can't get the ball out of Richardson.
Blocked
Oh,
though
and
by
another block.
Tice.
Tice with another block here in this game is him and Embiid
And
have gone
here
back and forth.
comes
And now
Tatum for the
Tatum's runs.
slam. Wow, and look at those second half percentages. 29% by each team. And the 76ers slim lead is from that 2% lead in the first half. And Tatum gets a rebound after Richardson's missed layup. Alley-oop, and
Oh,
Tice
Tatum.
was not ready.
Oh. Tatum looking for Tice down low on a lob attempt and misfires on his pass and sails right out of bounds.
Big game, what's it going to take for the 76ers to pull away in these last 2 minutes and 20 seconds?
Well, they're going to need Ben Simmons to do some more driving. Al Horford is fouled there by Brown. They're going to need Ben Simmons to continue to drive and either force himself to the bucket or get him some open post-ups down low along with Joel Embiid.
Al Horford for the second free throw. Can't knock it down, and this will stay a 3-point game. And he hits the three.
Oh!
What a shot by
Jaylen
Jaylen Brown.
And that is a bucket that the Celtics needed and have been waiting for this whole entire series. As here comes Simmons, like I said. Oh, and Simmons with a rim shaker throws down a one-handed, left-handed punch. And the Philly fans are on their feet here.
Big possession for Boston as they are facing elimination here. They're going to elect to go to Kemba Walker. Oh, can't get it over Embiid, and he is ice cold. Simmons attacking the lane. He's going to give it to Al Horford.
Who can't finish? Gordon
Wow.
Hayward with some great defense right there, and Horford. And here comes Hayward driving, going right down the lane.
Tatum trying to get open.
Back out to Tatum.
Kemba Walker for
Kemba
three.
Walker in the corner.
He hits the shot.
Kemba Walker hits
Wow.
it. Kemba Walker with his biggest shot this series knocks down a corner three with 1:10 left here in this game, in game 3.
Maybe we'll finally see cardiac Kemba come to life here. 76ers bring the shot clock down to 5. Pick and roll for Simmons. He might have to take a jumper. He's going to take a three.
Oh, a three. Oh,
and it's off.
Oh,
Al Horford.
Al Horford not able to grab the rebound there. My goodness, Ben Simmons, we do not see him shoot threes normally, and he put up a deep one right there and almost rattled it home. Now Boston looking to extend their 1-point lead here with 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of game 3.
I think you go to Jaylen Brown, but they're going to stay in Kemba Walker's hands,
nice
and he hits the floater.
Kemba Walker crosses over Ben Simmons and drives in with a floater over Joel Embiid and extends the Boston lead to 3 here with 30.8 seconds left. Philly calls a timeout. Going to drop a play here, looking to tie or cut into this Boston lead. And we have ourselves another fantastic game 3, just as we started off yesterday with a Raptors-Brooklyn Nets overtime game. Toronto able to steal game 3 in that one to cut their 0-2 lead down to 2-1. And we'll see if Boston can do the same here in Philly.
And it's surprising to see Jason Tatum's our player of the game, as between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, I'd say it was a pretty close matchup. But Kemba Walker's come to life, but he struggled most of the game. But we're going to give it to Jason Tatum in this one. Big game. Are they going to... Oh, they take their last time out just from passing the ball. What are the 76ers doing there? Big game.
Well, it looks like maybe they were close to a 5-second call, and the refs maybe gave a timeout late to Brett Brown on the sideline. I'm not quite sure what Philly's thinking is here. Now they for sure need a bucket, because without that, they cannot advance. Without a timeout, they cannot advance the ball anymore.
They're going to go for a quick 2 to Joel Embiid. We'll see if he gets doubled for a 3. Someone's got to be open. It's Simmons, though.
Oh, it's Ben Simmons. Great defense here by Boston. Is now Tobias Harris with the ball. Oh, Tobias Harris a fadeaway.
But Al
Doesn't get to go.
Horford can't get
Al
it.
Horford can't get the rebound.
They're not
Kemba
fouling.
Walker, now they give the ball to
Oh.
Kemba Walker, and they foul Kemba Walker with 7.7 seconds left here. Timeout Celtics. And it looks like Boston, as long as they hit their free throws down the stretch, is looking good to steal this game here in Philly in Game 3.
And you got to hand it to Kemba Walker. Cold all game. Takes that corner 3 contested and knocks it down. And then the floater to give them a 3-point lead. And we'll see if he can knock down the game-clinching free throws here to extend this to Game 4. And he does. And you got to blame Brett Brown for this misusage of time in the fourth quarter of down. And Tobias Harris can't hit. Brett Brown really misused the clock in that last minute as he called a timeout that seemed very questionable there and just left them with taking that deep 3 or mid-range. Well, that's all we have from Philly as the Celtics end up winning this one 49-44 in a close matchup defensively. And we go to the box score. Big game, we look at the 76ers side. No Joel Embiid at the top, and they take an L. Do you blame Joel Embiid for this loss?
Well, you'd have to. You'd have to put the shooting the losing performance on him, and yet again Tobias Harris, and throw in Josh Richardson. Richardson 0 for 5, Embiid 2 for 6, and Tobias Harris 2 for 10 from the field. Korkmaz and Simmons really led the team here. Simmons ended 6 for 11, but had 15 and 5, and Korkmaz with 8 points off the bench, including that buzzer beater to end, I believe, the first quarter. A very disappointing game here at home for Philly. They've been good at home all year. Obviously, we're up 2-0, looking to close out this series, but could not. And looking to Game 4, they're going to have to come out and shoot the ball a lot better, and they're going to have to get Joel Embiid more involved.
Yeah, and we go over to the Celtics side. Jaylen Brown really came out in this one. He abused the 76ers in the fast break. But Jason Tatum, almost triple-double numbers in 6-minute quarter games, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. He came out to play tonight. Even with Kemba Walker's 3 for 12 shooting, he hit 2 of his 3 makes in the last minute. What do you think about that big game?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to point out, is Kemba Walker shooting a poor 3 for 12, but really showed up clutch here in Game 3, scoring a late 3 and a late floater in the game, and hitting some free throws late to extend the Boston lead, which is really what they need out of Kemba Walker after a poor shooting performance. Another thing that I like is Gordon Hayward obviously shot 3 for 6, but he had a nice stretch in the second quarter. And Jaylen Brown, you know, doesn't really lead the team in scoring. Is probably the third or fourth option behind Tatum and Kemba Walker. Leads the team in scoring here tonight on 5-11 shooting. A very nice performance out of Jaylen Brown. Something I would like to look at here. Will you go to the total blocks in this game? Can we check out the ending blocks here? Because at halftime, remember, we had 11 combined.
We have 15 combined.
15, and I believe you'd have to say that lead so far this playoffs with
for sure.
Combined blocks.
Even 3 steals from both teams.
A defensive effort in the paint for both of these teams. If you're Boston going to Game 4, you're going to need a lot more of it, and you got to hope Kemba Walker can score a little bit better to take Game 4 as well and head back into Game 5 in a win-or-go-home scenario.
And that should do it from Philadelphia as Game 3 ends with the Celtics taking it 49-44. The road teams are hot right now. We're going to go over to our second game of this Friday night as we have the Mavericks going home down 2-0 against the Clippers. We'll see you soon in about 5 minutes.